Trophy hunters won't stop trying to get this white lion. Trophy hunting is a serious issue in the African grasslands. Sadly, animals in this region are killed every day just so hunters can decorate their walls, with unique animals being in particularly high demand. Special animals like the white lion become special targets. White lions have been idolized by many people, some of which believe the gorgeous creatures to be sacred. But because of this, they're often stolen from their natural habitat, hunted down, killed, or sold on the black market. One such lion found himself caught in the crosshairs of a nasty fate, but his story didn't end like all the rest. White lions are the result of a rare mutation. Their standard pigment is dramatically lightened, and as a result, cubs are born with snow-white fur, just like Mufasa, pictured here. But contrary to popular belief, white lions are not albinos in the strictest term of the word. Their mutation is actually called leucism, which means they have pigment in their eyes, paws, and skin, but lack it in their fur. Since white lions are not a subspecies but a genetic anomaly, their numbers in the wild are dwindling. There are less than 300 white lions left, with an estimated 13 remaining in the wild. In 2015, South African law officials got wind of an animal living on private property as a pet without a legal permit. They immediately investigated the claim, and what they found highlighted how big of an issue this is. There, living in an unfit environment, was a small snow-white cub named Mufasa. He was taken from his mother and sold from who knows where. Mufasa was immediately confiscated from his owner. For temporary holding, Mufasa was transported to the Rustenburg Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. The Wildlife Center agreed to care for Mufasa while government officials sought legal action against the owner. Shortly after Mufasa arrived at the rehabilitation center, rescuers received another young cub named Soraya. Unlike Mufasa, this young lion didn't suffer from leucism, but she suffered from something else. It was clear Soraya suffered traumatic events in her short life. She was extremely anxious, and the staff had a hard time consoling her. But then they began to notice a drastic change in her behavior. When she was around Mufasa, she was calmer and less anxious. She stayed close to him, watching how he acted and mimicking his movements. They were inseparable. Once the lion cubs were settled in, staff workers performed a thorough physical exam on the two lions. It was during this exam that doctors noticed something unsettling about Mufasa. They discovered that at some point in the young cub's life, he was neutered. Why or how it was done was unknown to the rescue staff. Because of this, uncertainty regarding Mufasa's future loomed. When officials found out about Mufasa's condition, they announced something unthinkable. Mufasa would be sold at auction due to his infertility. If he couldn't breed, he was useless when it came to conservation. The Department of Rural Environment and Agricultural Development didn't have adequate funding, so the sale of Mufasa would bring money to the corrupt government, adding insult to injury. Immediately, the Rustenburg Wildlife Rehabilitation Center started contacting permanent rescue facilities in the surrounding area. If they couldn't find a home for Mufasa, he would be killed for sport. It wasn't just Mufasa's life they were trying to save, though. If Mufasa and Soraya were separated, they feared the anxious cub would get so distraught that she'd starve to death under the traumatic conditions. After frantically contacting sanctuary after sanctuary, the Wildlife Center found a place that would not only take Mufasa, but also Soraya, free of charge. Relieved, they submitted a transfer permit application to the department. You can imagine their shock when the department denied the Wildlife Center's transfer request. But the rescuers wouldn't be stopped. They drafted a petition to save Mufasa and Soraya. The petition required 370,000 signatures in order to be brought to the South African Minister of Environmental Affairs. As of 2019, the Save the White Lion Mufasa appeal stood at 360,201 signatures. In addition, the Rustenburg Center hired a lawyer to rebut the outrageous permit denial. In the midst of this legal battle, an anonymous donor from the United States offered to pay the government $37,000 to relocate Mufasa and Soraya. This could be the reprieve that everyone's been dreaming of for the two lions. While the deal is still being negotiated, the Wildlife Center's lawyer is confident that a negotiation will be made. Unfortunately, there are animals all over the world who are in danger, just like Mufasa.